You're watching The Opening Statement with your host, Dianne Hart. Now here's Dianne.
Good evening and welcome to The Opening Statement. I am your host, Dianne Hart, and this evening I have the wonderful pleasure of having two beautiful women on the show with me, and we're talking about Real this week. And I'm going to allow these two young ladies to introduce themselves. One is from Hillsborough County and the other is from Pinellas. Miss Tamisha Darling is out of Pinellas and Miss Ollie Green is out of Hillsborough County. So Miss Tamisha Darling, would you introduce yourself?
Thank you for having me on. I am Tamisha Darling Roberson. I am the new president of our newly launched board of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. We are the Pinellas County Association of Realtists. We call ourselves PCAR on this side of the bridge. We are excited to get started. I am the broker CEO of Darling Roberson Realty. I was introduced to NAREB. I was searching for a community of brokers that looked like me, that aligned what my goals were for my community. I had not heard of NAREB, and this was about maybe 3 years ago. I just kept Googling Black realtors, Black brokers in my county on my side, and I couldn't find anything. What kept coming up was this National Association of Real Estate Brokers. I didn't see Black anywhere on there, so I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm searching for my people. And I just kept searching, and it kept coming up. And I said, well, let me do some more research on this. So I found my local chapter, which was our Tampa chapter. My now RVP, Mr. Travis Brooks, was the president at that time of Bay Area. So I reached out to him and I'm like, listen, I'm over here in St. Pete and I've been looking. I feel alone. And I was like, okay, well, I'm good for certain things, but these other things, I'm not a part of this group. Where do I fit in? So it's just me trying to find that professional organization of people that I could align with, that I could learn with, that I could grow with, that I felt were genuinely interested in my success. I got in touch with Mr. Brooks and I'm like, wow, I've never heard of this organization. And he was like, I don't see how. And I was like, an organization that's been around since 1947.
Many years, yes. Many
years. I knew that it was something that I had to bring on my side of the bridge to Tampa. And I was like, that's just something right that a lot of people in my field, we just weren't going to do. And when we're talking about trying to connect with our community, our low-income communities we have on both sides, of course, of the bridge, in all areas, rather, and getting involved and hearing about what was going on. I did go over to Tampa, my brother's group over there. We have to bring this on my side of the bridge that was seeking for this community, for this support. This organization has been such a blessing. We have like maybe 30 people that are coming to our meetings already.
How long have you all been organized?
We did a launch December 14th of last year. So that was the first time that I brought it to community.
So you all just got chartered.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about where you are with NAREB, how long you've been with NAREB. I'm not sure if you're a broker or a realtor. So let's talk a little bit about where you are in this process.
I'm Ollie Green. I am the assistant secretary for the Bay Area Association of Realtors, where NAREB was founded in 1947. So the home of NAREB. I had found NAREB in 2021, just like Tamisha, looking for my people that I can connect with. I am a broker and owner of Fleur de Lis Lux Realty. We have over almost 100 members in our local chapter on this side. And again, we comprise of anyone from the industry, be it the mortgage professionals, be it appraisers, be it home inspectors. We cover the gamut.
How long have you been a part of the NAREB?
Since 2021.
And I know that you love that organization. I am a part of NAREB, Hillsborough County, yes. And I truly do enjoy it. You all have some big things coming up in the month of April. Both of you all can expound upon what it is you will be doing, Tamisha, over on the Pinellas side, and then what will we be doing on the Hillsborough side. And at any point, are we merging together both of our organizations to do something one of those days during the month of April?
It's something that I am open to, absolutely. Absolutely, because we're just newly launched. We're right out the gate. On April 11th, on our side, we are doing our State of Housing in America Pinellas edition. So we're going to be going over the Sheba report, which is that National Association of Real Estate Brokers, NAREB report. So we're going to be talking about the data, the state of Black housing in Pinellas County. This particular event is open to professionals in the housing industries, including any politicians. We have invited our mayor out. We have invited city council out, as well as anybody that's in the profession. They're going to hear the data, but then we're also going to talk about solutions. So we have some people flying in. We have some bank CEOs that are going to be on our panel just to discuss from money that they have available for new construction, for development, for renovations, for anything that we can do to try to reach our most vulnerable communities and putting them in housing. April 13th. Now, this is a national push. So our National Association of Real Estate Brokers, we have, I believe 102 and growing. We are doing this event on the exact same day at the exact same time.
All over the country?
All over the country. We have panel discussions like what to do with Big Mama's house, because we have a lot of people giving away their houses.
That's going to be my part here in Hillsborough County. Ali, you all here in my county, we have a complete week of events. Let's kind of run through some of the events that Hillsborough County will be putting on.
On Tuesday, April the 9th, we're going to start off with a day of community service. We'll be at Metropolitan Ministries from 11 to 2, doing community service at Metropolitan Ministries. Then that Thursday, we're having a membership recruitment and charity donation event at Geo Lounge on 7th Avenue in Ybor City, where we're going to be collecting charitable items for Gaines Hope of Tampa Bay.
When you talk about charity items, what are we talking about?
We're collecting new and gently used items for men, women, and children, including toiletries, clothing items that they can use every day. They help those that are in desperate need and our low-income people, providing them the necessities that they need.
Do you have an address for Geo?
Geo's is on 7th Avenue in Ybor City. I can get you the street address. All the information can be found on our website, narebtampa.org.
So now what's the next day that you have an event?
Our next date is on Friday, April the 12th. We're having a women's empowerment brunch. We will have City of Tampa Councilwoman from District 5, Gwendolyn Henderson there, and that will be at the Florida Avenue Brewery Company in Wesley Chapel. So she is speaking for a women's empowerment brunch.
Is that free and open to anybody, or is that something that people have to pay for?
Tickets will be $55 per person, and they can be purchased online, narebtampa.org. Our next event will be Saturday, 13th of April, which is our Wealth Building Day. And again, this is a nationwide NAREB event day. But on that day, we will have as our guest speaker, no other than yourself, Ms. Dianne Hart.
I look forward to talking about what do we do with Big Mama's house, because that's critically important. The house is part of our wealth building, so we need to hang on to it. Do you have another event?
And then on Sunday will be our day of worship. Without God, we can't do anything. And so we want to make sure we set out time as realtors to worship. And that will be
church you're visiting?
And we will be at Allen Temple Church on Low Street in Ybor City,
which is right off of 15th in Ybor. So I am very familiar with the church. Tamisha, let's get some addresses, because I like people to know exactly, so they won't be calling me saying, well, what's the address? So we want to make sure that we provide you, when we tell you where something's going to be, we're going to give you an address in just a moment. Tamisha, let's talk a little bit about what is it like being president of this organization? I know you're new. What are you anticipating moving forward?
One of my major goals is to get the word out. We are now launched and in existence on our side, and just continuing to give the information on what NAREB is, what we stand for, how long we've been here in the fight that we've been here over 70 years. We are still very much just as needed today as we were then. So I don't want people to get it twisted and think that, okay, well, that was back then, but now you have the realtors. Well, yes, we understand what's there, but we also understand what's not really still seeding into these communities that we serve most.
And not only here on the local level, level, but at the state level, we have some serious housing issues. We put through the Live Local Act. It's about $700 million. There are still grave inequities in housing when it comes to Black ownership of their houses versus other nationalities. So much more opportunity to purchase. So I'm grateful for organizations like NAREB. And I understand, Ollie, let's talk a little bit about who can be a part of NAREB.
NAREB is open to all of our industry professionals, be it home inspectors, appraisers, mortgage professionals, and those in the real estate industries, be it real estate agents or realtors.
And that's a wide net that people can become a part of NAREB if you're in this industry. You don't have to be a realtor. You don't have to be a broker. You have housing inspector, title company. There is a place for all of the people who are working in this space to be a part of NAREB. So we want to encourage you all to be a part of NAREB. When we talk about NAREB, how do people join NAREB? How they join over in Pinellas?
For the Hillsborough County, they can go to www.narebtampa.org. That will tie in directly to the Hillsborough chapter.
My side, yes. For Pinellas County, we are www.realtorsofpinellas.com. Also on that website, they will be able to find all of our upcoming events from our general body meetings. We meet every third Thursday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And we have a partnership with the Neighborhood Housing Solutions in St. Pete right now, and that's where we're meeting. I did want to plug that our Community Day, we are in partnership with McCabe United Methodist Church. We will be going from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the time of that Community Day. On the 11th, that's going to be the Foundation for a Healthy St. Pete. But again, they will be able to find all of this information. Everything that we're speaking on will be able to be found on our websites as well. www.realtorsofpinellas.com is where they can go to find out more about our organization.
That's great. Ali, what days are our meetings here in Hillsborough County?
Our meetings are on the second Thursday of every month. Mainly, we meet at the C. Blythe Andrews Library in Tampa. Also, sometimes we switch and we go to Greater Tampa Realtors to their auditorium.
So if I want to know where you all on a particular Thursday, what time of day?
We start at 10:30, from 10:30 to 12:30. Okay. Second Thursday of every month.
Second Thursday. So what we need to do is to go out onto the website and it'll tell you where that meeting is taking place that particular month if you all have changed it from the library.
And that's www.narebtampa.org.
And yours is?
The realtorsofpinellas.com.
The work that the realtors do is way understated, and I don't think people really understand how much work you all do to try and ensure that people are getting a fair opportunity for affordable housing. I had an opportunity to talk to Tamisha a little bit about what it looks like over in Pinellas County. They are partnering up and will continue to partner up with various entities, including the city of St. Pete, I'm sure. And I know that we have partnered up with Hillsborough County and the city of Tampa. Do we have a relationship also with Hillsborough County here in our city, Ollie?
We do have, and we also have, just in our last general membership meeting, we had the City of Tampa Housing Office present. They were able to talk about the ownership program of people being able to revitalize their homes to make them more up to code and standard.
As you all move forward, Tamisha, I'm sure that you all will be able to do some of the same things. Do you all have some partnerships right now with the city of St. Pete?
We're working together. I met with Housing and Development earlier today with the director over that department, and it was the same thing. She was able to tell me that we have some things that just went into play where they have money that they're giving now to get new roofs on some of those houses in the community redevelopment areas that may have liens on those. Those are the type priorities to where they are going to be giving money to those owners.
Know if this is going through not-for-profits or if it's a direct link back to the city, because I'm just trying to figure out how do people get in touch with the right person. Would they contact the city of St. Pete in order to be a participant in that program?
They would contact the city of St. Pete, and it's also on the city's website. They will be able to find it there as well.
Have they started the application process already?
They have 5,000 already. They also launched a utility help. They have money now available to help individuals with utility lights, water. I know she gave me a story to where someone lights were off on Friday. They were able to do the application. The lights were on by 5 p.m. on Friday. It's not a tedious application system like they had before. Because that was something that was complained about in community, right? Was that, okay, well, we have this money that we're being told is available.
Let me ask you this about the Pinellas piece. Do you know how much money they actually have on the ground for this project, or did they say?
Now that we did not go over the numbers, but I could find that out for you.
I know that Tampa was working on a $10 million piece in their budget to do some housing rehab and to pay rent and pay mortgages. I understand that that has launched in the city of Tampa. So that's something that we need to make sure that when they come on the 13th, is that the day that they will be there for the community day from Tampa, that they bring that information. People who know about it, I'm sure, are already flooding the sites because the money does not last long.
I believe starting June or July, they're taking those dollars are going to be citywide. So they're no longer just going to be available to our community redevelopment area.
Let me back up a step. Then currently what's happening right now, it's available in the CRA, community redevelopment areas. That's where that money is available right now. So if you live in a CRA area, then you're going to get an opportunity to go in looking for those dollars before the broader community, which is what we sometimes do in our city. We have done, but we have CRA dollars that we've been able to put into projects in addition to what the city was putting in citywide. And sometimes people kind of get it confused. So it's really important that they understand that just CRA will be served first.
Correct. There's a rebate and renovation rehab that's also available for a lot of our builders, contractors. But we also have our rehabilitation rebate program that allows to help people also within those communities with the roofs and the windows and all of those things as well, to where they can get a reimbursement.
Do we know how much down payment assistance we currently have? As realtors, we all need to know what lenders are familiar with down payment assistance programs for sure. Do we know what we are looking at over in Hillsborough County as far as down payment assistance is available?
No, the city of Tampa has not disclosed the DARE program and how much funding is still available in there. I would like to get that information for our community wealth building day, just so individuals that if they need, looking at purchasing, then that's something that they're aware of, that, the processes of either going through housing counseling, be either through Salita's House or through REACH or the housing allowance, that they can get the counseling, apply and get a registered number with the City of Tampa housing program.
Do you all have that same type of a process, Tamisha, over in Pinellas for down payment assistance?
Yes, we do have a department. I'm not certain of the dollar amount either that's available. I know that it rolls over. It's not something, I know that it has rolled over, but they still have, I guess, whatever the fiscal year is where they get the other money. So they have to, I know, use like 60% of that before they can go back now to the other money that's sitting in there, is how it was explained to me. And I'm like, Ollie, I'm definitely something that I want to have someone plug that's at these events to be able to articulate what that program is, how they can get to the money. I know that they were talking about possibly doing a preferred list of lenders if they have issues with lenders not understanding their program, because a lot of times the city gets a bad rep and they're told that, okay, and this scares off our sellers, because just being a broker on the real estate side with the sales, you'll have sellers that don't want to accept some of these applications that are going to be for our vulnerable buyers, but they don't want to accept it because they see the down payment assistance is one of the requirements to close. And so it got a bad name for itself, because you'll have people saying, well, it's the city that's holding it up. So they're going to have these, extra amount of days to close, or it might be an extra month. And that's just not entirely true. Their process is, okay, as long as they have the application, they have everything in order, that, it's 5 business days for them to be able to fund, but they only fund on Friday. So to your point, if it's a knowledgeable lender that's working with the city and working with this program, they already understand that, okay, the city is not going to fund until Fridays, and they need those 5 business days in order to get this funding. So when we're talking about when we're going to close and all of that should be already, outlined in the very beginning of that contract process. But
I do know in Tampa, we have a preferred list of lenders who are familiar. In Tampa, you're required as a banker to take a training class if you want to be a part of the down payment assistance program. So maybe if Pinellas does not have that, recommend it to them so that when people are ready to go, you to go to a lender. We're not steering anybody, but
Right.
we need people who know this process so that people don't get hung up out there. And then now I need to switch lenders because the lender I had no idea how to move forward with the down payment assistance. And that's critical when
Absolutely.
you're talking about vulnerable communities, people of low income, they need that down payment.
They do.
And I was going to say, let me correct something because I'm saying the county, and I have to remember that I'm talking two different. We have the county has funding as well as the city of St. Pete. So the information I just gave was for the city of St. Pete. The city of St. Pete has $75,000 right now, up to $75,000 available for down payment assistance, as does the county, Pinellas County itself. Right. So I still have to meet with my county program. Now I haven't met with them. I met with the city of St. Pete down payment, their economic and development department today. So I want to make sure that I'm clear on that I'm talking about the city of St. Pete with that process and not the county.
Well, let's do this. Let's run through the events, the date, the time, and the location for Realtist Week. Is that what we're calling it?
Yes, Realtist Week.
Okay. So Tamisha says you don't have such a long list like Ollie has. Let's run through yours first, the location, what the name of it is, the location, and how do people get involved?
Absolutely. So our first is going to be State of Housing in Black America, and this is the Pinellas edition. This is going to be at the Foundation for a Healthy St. Pete. I just timed out. It's going to be at the Foundation for a Healthy St. Pete. Again, the way that we can find this information is going to be on our website, www.realtistpinellas.com. But the first one is going to be Thursday, April 11th. That's going to be from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Doors open at 9:30 a.m. The address for this is going to be 2333 34th Street South in St. Petersburg, Florida, 33711. And again, that is the State of Housing in Black America, the Pinellas edition. So we're going to go over data. We're going to have speakers. We're going to talk about solution. So we're excited about this event, as well as our Building Black Wealth tour. That's going to be on Saturday, along with the rest of our national family, NAREB family. But this is going to be April 13th. We have that happening in partnership with with McCabe United Methodist Church. Pastor Jana has so graciously allowed us to use her site. And that address is in St. Pete. And I am sorry, but I got off my screen prematurely.
Okay. Let me ask
but again, everything is going to be on our website. Yes.
Is there a telephone number if people need to reach out to somebody that they can call in order to get that information?
Absolutely. They can reach me directly at 727-768-3757. Again, that number is 727-768-3757. And I'll be happy to assist in any way that I can. And if people are looking to be vendors at our event, at our community day, we are looking for vendors and sponsors. So again, we are new, we're hitting the ground running, and we can use whatever support that we can garner. Okay. Absolutely.
So Ollie, let's talk about what's happening over in Hillsborough County and lay your days out and how people can find you if they need to call somebody in case they didn't quite get our email addresses or.
Yes. So we are starting off with Community Service Day at Metropolitan Ministries from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Metropolitan Ministries is located at 120 East Ross Avenue, Tampa, Florida. And then we're going to go over to Thursday, the 11th of April from 6 to 8 p.m. will be our Realtist Week recruitment mixer and charity donation. And that is going to be at Geo's Lounge. And that's located at 1730 East 7th Street. And that's at Tampa in Ybor City. That Friday, we will have our Women's Empowerment Brunch, where we will have Gwendolyn Henderson there, City Councilwoman for District 5. And that will be at the Florida Avenue Brewing Company at 2029 Airgrass Drive in Wesley Chapel. And that will be from 11 to 2 p.m. Tickets are $55 per person, which can be purchased on our www.narebtampa.org website. And then on Saturday, which is our Wealth Building Day, where we will have yourself, Ms. Dianne Hart, there. We will be there from 11 to 2. We will be at the C. Blythe Andrews Jr. Jr. Public Library, located at 2607 East Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, Tampa, Florida. And then on Sunday, we will have our worshiping day. That will be at the Allen Temple Methodist Church, and that's located at 2101 Low Street in Tampa in Ybor City. And again, if you didn't get all that information, you feel free to contact me. My number is 813-360-2712. And again, that's 813-360-2712.
Wow, what a lot of information that you ladies have provided tonight. And I just want to thank you all for watching the opening statement. Now listen, on Saturday morning, you can catch us from 8 to 9, and we're going to rehash all of this information. We want to ensure that our community is armed with the necessary tools to become homeowners if you so desire. So it's critically important that you learn the process. I know when you're buying a house, you're all excited. You're not paying attention to anybody, but this will give you an opportunity to find those first-time homebuyer classes, to be qualified for that down payment assistance, and to meet other people. And then you find out you get to work on your credit. There's going to be so much going on that week for Realtors Week. And I'm really excited about the fact that it will be all over the nation. That could not be better. All at the same time on the 13th. Is that our date that we will be nationwide?
Yes.
With NAREB, National Organization of Real Estate Brokers. I am excited about it. So join us on Saturday morning, this Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, and we're going to talk about NAREB and Realtors Week. And we're going to do that for the next couple of weeks because we want you all to come out and learn the process. Can't do it without the process. So ladies, I want to thank you all for joining me this evening on the opening statement. You can see us on the opening statement on Tampa Bay TV every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock on Roku. So Tamisha, darling, thank you very much. And Miss Ali Green, thank you. Listen, if you all had some departing words for people who maybe want to be realtors, hey, can y'all give just a snippet of what you think it takes to be in these positions that you ladies are in today? First,
I'm gonna let you start that one.
I will say it has to be your passion. You're a counselor, you're a advisor, mentor to so many, and it's often not realized that you're doing all those things, but at the reward is the greatest thing if you're trying to be in the real estate industry.
And part of this, I agree, absolutely 150% with Ali. The passion, I believe in that collaboration too over competition. So when it comes to being in this position, that was my biggest thing, was finding a group that believed in that collaboration over the competition. And I can tell you right now that, my Tampa brothers and sisters, I get messages from them. I got cards, from Sherman, the now president, welcoming us aboard. So it's just that family feel with being in NAREB, that if this is something, if you are in this industry, if you're in this field, you want to be a part of whichever one of us, because again, we're about this, we're about the collaboration. So if you're on that side of the bridge, I want you to definitely seek out Bay Area Realtors. I need you to go over there and understand that my brothers and sisters got it together over there. They have been our support and our help. I don't have to sit up here and try to reinvent the wheel. They are here supporting me every step of the way. And this is what you're going to do when you're talking about being in business. If you're in this business, if you're in this field and you're looking for true family, true people that's going to come and help support your business and help uplift you, you can ask those questions. We're going to be here, either side of the Bay. And again, this is a national organization. So, if people are watching this and they're not in the Bay Area, they're not on our side, then I know with me, we have Q throughout. I think she just started down in Naples, I believe, area, right? Naples and Fort Myers. Yeah, but I mean,
Fort Myers.
Yeah, you can go to the NAREB.com and you can find what site is closest to you.
all over the country.
Jacksonville. Yes.
That's right.
You want to be a part of this organization. You want to be a part of it.
Listen, I am a firm believer that we must help each other, period.
Yeah.
And I always close all my shows with be a blessing to someone else, because somebody will be a blessing to you. And that's all you need to know. Just help somebody else. Somebody will help you in return. So ladies, I thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I will see you all on Saturday.
Have a good one. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good one. Thank you.